Alright. I think we should be good here. Yeah, I'm always testing that. Alright, we're good. Let's begin. 2x, Rose's Respite. I know we missed out on the skill ring, we'll try not to do that again. City of Malfra, capital of Andor. After long absence, the heir to the throne has finally returned to it. Alright, soldiers, cheer and rejoice as we welcome back in our sacred halls Crown Prince Aurelian. Sure took your sweet time getting here, cousin. Don't tell me that the rebellion has dulled your senses. Oh, don't you worry about me. I'm clear-headed as always. If anything, it's you we should be concerned about. I hope the days spent training the recruits haven't turned your old bones brittle yet. It's good to see you again, Aurelian. Likewise, Lucian. Likewise. Trust everything is faring well in the palace under your watch? Naturally. The maidens have prepared your chambers. You should be able to get plenty of rest. Thank you, Lucian. Look who's back. I heard you sent Lord Samuel and the Rose Knights packing. I only did what was necessary, Lyrian. Since when have you grown so humble? Say, why don't you come join us in the training grounds later? I've been itching to show off some of my new techniques. We shall see. You returned to us at last, Aurelian. It does my old eyes good to see you. And you as well, Grand Aunt Aethra. I hope your health hasn't worsened. I don't plan on dying on you yet, not until this rebellion is quelled. That is good to hear. Cousin, I hope the Dust Talkers have not given you too much trouble. They have been exemplary, Caleb. Your father turned them into fine soldiers. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Forgive me. It's fine. He is a traitor. He does not deserve our mercy, nor our respect. Pardon me for interrupting, but His Majesty wanted to speak with you. He said it was an urgent matter. Also, he seemed displeased. Oh, I can imagine. Thank you for coming to greet me. Everyone, we'll catch up later. Take care, child. My son, I'm so glad you're back. You've grown. My A supports. Not until chapter 8X, but we're on the path. I'm glad too, Mother. Nah, you'll get there. You already got my A support, bud. Father. Come closer, Aurelian. There is something we need to discuss. Iris, please leave us. I need to speak with our son in private. Why? Do you not trust me to keep this conversation to myself? Do you want to rob me of the few precious moments I still get to spend with my child? Gator Z is a B support right now. I may introduce Gator F later. Or like Gator T. You know, a second Gator. We'll see. That is not my intention, however. This is a private matter between Lightbringers. Now please head to your chambers. Don't make me have to repeat myself. Healthy relationship, that one. Why did you have to send her away? Do you truly distrust her that much? My son, please. I know I'm not without fault, but I love your mother more than anything. I don't know. Will I get, like, better teeth? Swamp abilities? The ability to look amused as an alligator? There's many possibilities. I wonder. Timer's moving the thing around. Aurelian, why did you summon me to the capital? To talk about the state of this war. Are the reports no longer sufficient? Why don't you discuss this with Lucian? We're gonna have to find out, yeah. Answer me one question. How exactly did you triumph over Samuel's rose? They are said to be almost unbeatable, yet you pushed them to the brink of defeat. The Dust Talkers have been intercepting their supply caravans from the shadows. Their performance has been exceptional. If anyone deserves the credit, it's them. I see, and I'm sure the information they've been receiving must be equally exceptional. Do you think I'm a fool, Aurelian? I know what you've been doing. You're using the Shrine's visions to protect the enemy movement. I'm only doing what I must in order to protect our nation, our family. You're endangering our legacy in doing so. What good is our legacy if we don't live to see it passed on? Our enemies are using everything at their disposal. Why should we not do the same? The Shrines are weapons, tools to be used. No, they are far more important than any of our petty wars. Hey, what's up, Pinkerton? Hope you're doing good. Petty wars, you say? How could you even dare utter those words? Out there, I saw men die. I watched them bleed, wail, and be struck dead. Good men, loyal men I'd known for my entire life, all dead and buried now. Some even lay in my arms as they perished, crying out for their wives and children. Knowing that, how can you sit there, preaching about right and wrong? Calm down. I understand you're furious with me, but anger won't change a thing. It won't bring back our fallen soldiers. Would you offer the same words to the families of those who died for us? I guess Uncle Alistair was right about you after all. You're nothing but a coward. Careful now, Aurelian, careful. Do not mention that decrepit wraith's name in these halls ever again. If you had listened to him, it would have never come to this. We would not have shied away from using the shrines. He knew what was at stake. As do I, but as I've said, we mustn't abuse their power. Our duty as Lightbringers is to protect them at all costs. If the enemy finds out about their true purpose, then... No, I dare not think about the consequences. Father, listen to me. We need to act now. We need to win, otherwise Thorgrim will... A word on this matter is final. I will not hear any more dissent. Even though he's talking to his son. At least provide me a regalia, then. With their power, I'll be able to smite the usurpers dead in no time. Starfall has been stolen. Its whereabouts are still unknown. As for the Luminous Staff, it resides with the Waking Ancestor. That only leaves Dawncaller. No, it's too precious an artifact. We can't risk it falling into enemy hands. And it won't. Not if the soldiers see me wield it in battle. It will be unstoppable. Their faith in our victory unwavering. I don't know what you're talking about. He could have been meaning anyone. Thor, the Thunder God, maybe? Very well, you may have Dawncaller, but you must promise me one thing. You will not use the power of the shrines any further. Of course. I promise, he says convincingly. I won't lead on, Father, rest assured. I will put an end to this blasted rebellion saga. Pray to the divines for your safe return. But please, take a moment to rest now. You look exhausted. I will rest once this war is over. Right now, my soldiers need me more than this castle does. Well, I mean... He kinda, like... His logic isn't completely unsound. The argument, I think, is that, like... If I give him Dawncaller, he won't need to use the shrines, because he'll be strong enough to be able to win by himself. You know, but, like, he's also kind of naive in thinking that he wouldn't use them anyway, because, you know... Like, Caithus is he's very focused on, like, you know, keeping the shrine's power there so that, like, the demons can be repelled or whatever. But, like, he's kind of not paying attention to the present stuff, right? Whereas everybody else has blinders on and is like, we gotta win the war or else bad stuff will happen, you know? So, like, I understand Caithus somewhat, but he's very much, like, he's looking at it too macro-y and not enough micro-y, you know? Like, for him, it doesn't matter if the Lightbringers lose, because their sole purpose is to maintain the shrines and use them to drive away the demons when they come back, right? But, you know, everybody else is like, we're fucking, like, we're the royal people, they're gonna kill all our guys and do all our things, we have to do everything we can, you know? Dad, I'll take my leave. Yeah, no worries, Mark, good to see you. I just like when you eavesdrop. Who are we talking about? Meanwhile... the road splits here. Appears we have a choice before us, my lord. We can either head north or east. Know the roads in these parts well. Which one do you suggest we take? The eastern road will take us through Angvik's forest, home of the centaurs. It is a much faster route, but also fraught with perils and dangers. There's a rumor the Dust Talkers have a base of operation within the forest. Yeah, we're going to be going east. And interesting fact about this chapter is if you go north, you will arrive in chapter 4 at nighttime. If you go east, you will arrive in chapter 4 during the daytime, because east is faster. It's a nice little detail. There's also slight changes to it. We are highly vulnerable to an ambush. The north road is slower but safer. We will travel around the forest. It does take us quite a bit closer to Castle Speargarden, though. However, the terrain is open, and if we are attacked, we will see it coming. This is the road I would recommend. Nope, not doing that. Tough choice. The sun is about to set. Why don't you sleep on it? Not a bad idea. This is an ideal location for a camp. Alright, everyone, get your tents up. Let's rest a bit. A few hours later. Horsey! Commander Gideon, 3 riders are approaching our camp. Just the 3 of them, it cannot be an attack. Gideon, you're the last person I expected to meet out here. Commander Reynard, normally I'd be overjoyed to see you, but if you're here, does that mean my father is... Don't worry, Lord Samuel's still alive. The Rose Knights are not done yet. Who am I taking with me? You mean going to the right? But I won't lie, the situation is bad. Our enemy is crafty and shrewd. Oh, you mean which of these 3? Oh, none of them. I'm taking none of them. For the rally, because I have to get every rally, so none of them. Because I want to. It's just a personal challenge I put in for myself. I want every rally. You know? Lord Samuel decided I'd take a couple of nights back to Castle Rose. Our mission is to gather what men and supplies we can, then return. We have a whole caravan full of goods meant for the Rose Knights. It was intercepted by the enemy, but we were able to take it back. First good news I've heard in a long while. You look exhausted, Reynard. Please rest here for the night. We already have a camp set. Been riding for 3 days and 2 nights without rest. I'm sure Quentin and Celeste will be glad to have a breather. Sir Quentin, Lady Celeste, I'm glad to see you are both well. I'm just glad to finally catch a break from this infernal riding. It's going okay. Glad to see you and all, Gideon, but right now I badly need a bath. There's mud, dirt, and grime everywhere. Quentin, go fetch me soap. I'm not your squire, go fetch it yourself. Make sure you hang my clothes up to dry once I'm done. I'd hate for them to be all wrinkly on our ride back home. You been listening to me? Nerve of this woman. Good to see that the rebellion hasn't dampened your spirit. Hilarious, Gideon. I'm just gonna do it. You know? I get it, like one of them would be useful or multiples would be useful. I'm not gonna take any of them. It may make it harder, but the team that's listed down there is the team I'm using for the most part. One of these days, those 2 will start acting like proper knights. Preferably before I die of old age. They only behave this way because they know you're watching over them. I only pray to the divines that you're right, Gideon. Now, if you'll excuse me, I will go make some evening tea. Alright, so the objectives for this chapter that we need to do are, we have 5 conversations for bonus experience. So we need to upgrade the wagon with Walter. We need to talk to the horsey for a free level. We need to take no Rose Knight to get the rally. We need to fish with Gideon for the fishing rod. And we need to go east through the forest in B route. And for supports, we need to do Helios and Eleonora, Walter and Aubrey, Helios and Jacob, if we can. Yeah, those are the ones we need to do. Yeah, so the supports are over here. So we'll start with Helios and Eleonora. Allie, about Lord Wester. Don't bring up that old coot again. Just hearing his name makes me nauseous. Alright. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you. It's just, you're one of the only ones here who doesn't remind me of home. I'd rather we talk about other things. No problem. Hey, you look like you could use some relaxation. You don't have to tell me twice about it. Perhaps I happen to stumble upon something that could help in that regard. What are you holding? You don't recognize it? It's a bottle of Roselia Red. Where on Aurora did you get it? A fat merchant had one lying around in his wagon, so I traded him for it. Luxury goods have become so rare and expensive during the rebellion. It must have cost you a fortune. Not like I care that much for my Flame Guard signet anyway. Helios, you traded your family ring for a bottle of wine? Men have sacrificed more for less. The nerve of you sometimes. What will Lord Cyrus say? Helios, you're a disappointment. Sometimes I forget you can be funny. It was never my strong suit anyway. Coming now or not, that bottle isn't going to empty itself. Of course. Let's go into my tent. If the others see this wine, they'll want to taste. I'm not in the mood to share. As you wish, lead the way. Well then, follow me. And thank you, Helios. Helios got 1 strength and skill. Eleanor got 1 magic and skill. Jeez. Okay. So that was the first one. The next one we're looking to do is Walter and Aubrey for 2x. Yeah, Walter and Aubrey. Yo, Cannon. How you doing? Okay. Aubrey, Walter. Yep. See something you like? Oh, you noticed me? Well, aren't you more perceptive than you let on, dear merchants? I always know when someone's snooping around my wagon. You'd best have a good reason, or a very shiny apology. Please, darling, do I look like some common pickpocket? I was simply checking out your wares, that's all. If you want to browse my inventory, all you have to do is ask, miss. No need for sneaky business. You don't have what I'm looking for anyway, such a disappointment. May I ask what it is you're after? Death root extract. I thought a merchant as well stocked as you might have some. And I suppose I overestimated you. If it's poisons you're after, I have several vials already pre-mixed and ready for use. I mix my own, thank you very much. I never stoop to using second-rate poisons from someone I don't even trust. If they're good enough for the Thieves Guild, they should be good enough for you, miss. What, you're telling me you supply the guild? Well, color me intrigued. Of course, how is that old fox Silas? I haven't dealt with the guild in years. I assume he's still running the show? Master Silas is doing well, though he's been talking about retiring soon. By then I plan to have climbed high enough to claim his place at the top. Ambitious, are we? Well, in that case, you'd better make sure you're well stocked. Ambition requires preparation, after all. You know what? I like you, merchant. Maybe I'll give your poisons a try. Music to my ears. Let's haggle, shall we? Walter and Aubrey gained 1 strength and 2 magic. That's interesting, actually. Okay, so the next one, I'm just being very literal with this, is Helios and Jacob. Well, I'm going to be trying to promote it. Hey, let's use this music from Sacred Stone. Hiya! Ha! Nice moves. Thanks. That does work real well against someone not wearing any armor. Got a problem with the way I fight, big guy? Helios. Pardon? The name's Helios, not big guy. Alright, Helios, did you interrupt my training just to tell me that? Yeah, unfortunately. I know why you're here, Jacob. I know what you're really doing. I mean, we could just play Engage again and make me freaking do T stuff again. Oh, is that right? Listen up, I know I'm not strong enough to stand against Wester. That doesn't mean I can't take my vengeance on his underlings, especially if they're foolish enough to lay a hand on Eleanor. Ah yes, Wester told us about you, the fiancé. Oh, so they actually are betrothed to be married. I didn't know that. I've got my eyes on you, and your sister for that matter. Just thought you should know. Always nice to know I've got an audience. Keep joking if you want, just know that I'm serious. I can tell. One wrong move, that's all it takes. Think carefully if it's worth it. Helios, he's not at all what I imagined. I think I like him. Jacob gained 1 strength, and magic. Helios gained 1 speed. Okay, 1 speed is pretty good. So we have 2 supports left, but we don't really need to do anything. Like, we don't have any more 2s that we need to do. You know? So it's like, we can kind of mess around here with whatever we want to do. So what do we want to do? So obviously Gideon we can't do anything with. Helios we could do Rosa, but I don't really want to. Ragnar we could do with Callum or Madeline. Callum can do Ragnar and Alanora. Rosa can do Helios Aubrey. Oh, can I just save? Like, as in save state, you mean? No, like, we have to... Shout out to Horsey. Okay, let's save state. Alright. We have saved. Walter could go with... Oh, yeah, he can't. Aubrey could go with Rosa. Madeline, I mean, we could do Jacob Madeline, but, like, that doesn't really work because Helios is going to be a B. Madeline could go with, like, Drago, if we wanted to fuck around. Callum can do Ragnar. Eleanor, Callum. Yeah, he has Alan. I think. No. Wait, yeah, Jacob and Alan is gonna be a B support. Because, like, the setup is Helios and Alanora A, Walter and Aubrey A, Helios and Jacob B, Yvonne and Callum B, with an A potential if needed, Jacob and Alan B, Alan and Astrid B, Alanora and Olga C, or B, Nalani plus Celeste is B, Ellen and Henriette is B, Randall and Kestra becomes A eventually, and questionable character in Ragnar B. Though some of those will not happen. Let me just verify. Because Jacob and Alan... Yeah, because you can only have 2 Bs. You can have 5, right? So you can have 2 Bs and a C. Yeah, because the problem is, like, I don't even know how many A's we can do, or B's, because, like, the problem is I have, I've got 3 C's, like 3 2X's that I need to do. I've got 6 5X's, but I can drop, like, some of them, or one of them. And then I've got... No, I've got a ton of 5X's, so, like, some of them are just not happening. So, like, we have to think about this. Because, like, Helios and Alanora has to... Like, we're going for A with them. 100%. Walter and Aubrey, I would like to get to A, so, like, those 2 already happened. Helios and Jacob, we have there. So, like, we've got, you know, Yvonne and Callum has to happen. We're just doing it. Jacob and Alan, I'm going to try to do. Alan and Astrid, I'm also going to try to do. Eleanor and Olga, I just don't think I'm going to do it. Like, I don't think that one matters that much. It's useful, but, like, I'm probably not doing it. Nalani and Celeste, I might try to do. Ellen and Henriette is, like, a maybe, but probably not. And Randall Kestra, I am doing. And then the question mark one. So, like, how many 5s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's like... Alright. Is Jacob Madeline what we want to do? Let you guys make the call on that one. Alright. Jacob and Madeline. Madeline, come over here. I made some food for you. Leave Nimbus alone and come sit down by the fire. I need to make sure Nimbus will be alright. Sit down and eat now. Alright, thank you, brother. We're out in the wilderness now. No one's looking after you here. That's not true, you are. Of course, but you can't rely on your big brother to protect you forever. When I get home, I'll have my hands full with the new liege. You're finally being assigned. Did Lord Wester say who it is yet? Maybe. Don't keep it to yourself. Who's it gonna be? That's confidential. Not fair. We never keep secrets from each other. We don't? That's news to me. Come on, don't be like that. I'm mostly teasing you. Truth be told, I'm not sure. If I were to guess, maybe his youngest son, William. He's apparently quite gifted, being called a prodigy. Being his retainer sounds fun. Whoever it ends up being, I know you'll do a great job. Thanks. Jacob got 1 strength, Madeline got 1 strength. But kind of whatever. Okay, so we have the last one, so we could do Drago, Madeline, we could do Ragnar and somebody. Ragnar and Callum, or Ragnar and Madeline. I don't really want to waste Rosa on something. So, like, technically Drago and Madeline would be funny, but I don't know if I'm going to use either of them. You know, like, I mean, Callum could provide something to Alanora, but, yeah. What does Callum give Alanora? Do we know? I can find out. Ugh. Okay, so if we go Alanora and Callum, Callum gets 2 magic, Alanora gets 1 speed. It's not worth it. So if we do Madeline and Ragnar, then Ragnar gets 1 speed and Madeline gets 2 defense. Let's see. I'm just looking through these. Madeline and Drago, yuck. Yeah, there's not really much here. I mean, like, Ragnar and Callum is fine. I think Ragnar and Madeline is the correct answer here. Because it's 2 defense for Madeline, 1 speed for Ragnar. But let me just think here. What happens with Madeline if she goes to, like, farther ones? Like, if Madeline gets a B support with Drago in 5X, which I won't do, she gets a Pyrian Shield. Which is pretty good. I mean, it's free. But, you know. Yeah, you got a point. Yeah, let's do it. So let's do Madeline and Ragnar. Well, I'm gonna get a Pyrian Shield, because I need it for her and Eleanor eventually. Do you need something? Nice steed. Thank you? What's his name? Nimbus. Good name. You're from Hornheim, correct? You have seen Pegasi before? Yes, wild Pegasi. They are native. May I ask why your people never tamed them? We did. I've never heard stories of any Vikings riding Pegasi. Not Pegasi, Halicorns. Halicorns, you mean the dark Pegasi from fairy tales? Real, not fairy tales. What, are you serious? We were told Halicorns never existed. They do. You ever seen one? Was attacked by one, a harrier. Harriers? The winged riders of death? Are you telling me they're real too? Mother used to tell me stories about them just to scare me. Of course, I love the scary stories. Would you please tell me yours? Maybe other time. Not a nice story. Did I say something wrong? Bond improved! Not really. Madeline gained 2 defense and Ragnar got 1 speed. Okay, so now we have options. So we've got 5 conversations we can do. So who do we want to level up here? It's got to be people where the levels, there's value to the levels. So like, you know, yeah, I remember that. So like Helios seems like a good one, and Alanora also seems like a good one because like we're using them and a free level up is useful. Aubrey, it feels like she's so low leveled and her stats are so good that she'll get there anyway, so I don't really see the reason to waste one on her. Jacob is level 8, so I could theoretically use one on her. Yeah, so, you know, and then Drago and Garen can go fuck off. So yeah, I'm thinking Helios, Alanora, Jacob, the Horsey, and maybe Madeline? I mean, she's level 3 though. So it's like, meh. But if we talk to like Celeste, does Gideon get a level for that? Or does Celeste get a level for that? Like, because like we could like abuse freaking things. Yeah. Loyal Steed, nay. By the way, his stats are pretty good. What are his growth? I can never find it. See, this is the portrait I need, you know? Yeah, he's a skilled ass horse. He's stronger, he has better skill than he's better stats than most people, but he's a promoted horse, right? Like he's a promoted horse, so you know. And Walter, like, oh Walter, we could do Walter as the 5th one. Get him a free level up, right? I don't even know if you can level him up that way. But yeah, let's do that. But we'll start with the 2 that I care about the most. Helios, my boy. You know, I've been thinking back to some of our past adventures recently. Only to the good ones, I hope? Depends, you still recall the innkeeper, right? Of course, I've been horribly drunk that night, but it's a face you don't forget. Keep wondering how the fellow's doing. Last time I saw him, he was faring rather well. When was that? I paid him a visit some time ago, back before the rebellion started. I was traveling through the area and wanted to check up on him. Of course, this is Helios Saga. See if the old dust had settled. I'd expected him to hold hands, all kinds of grudges, but he was happy to see me. You were the one to pay up after all. I was the one to help you get away unscathed after all, but no matter. If anything, I was taken aback by how fond he'd grown of you. Makes me wonder what could have compelled him to change his mind. Well, perhaps I went back to him right after our little night out. The whole affair was nagging me. You just walk up to him and apologize? I paid what I owed, fair and square. We're on good terms again. See, he's like the best fucking flame guard of anybody. Love this guy. Is that really all there is to it? If memory serves me right, he kept applauding your courage. You must have put on quite a fancy little spectacle for him. What are you keeping from me here? Come on now, don't be shy. Maybe I got involved in somewhat of a dispute. There were some guys threatening to burn down the inn and kidnap his daughter. I know, right? It's kind of suspicious. Wanted to squeeze some coin out of him. He should have been the freaking king of Flame Guard after. I didn't just want to stand by and watch, so I grabbed my sword and gave him a show. It all went down as you might imagine. You beat them up? Close to it. They were young, barely able to hold their swords straight. When I was done, they swore they'd never come back again and ran off. Our old friend kept thanking me for what must have been a straight hour. Why did you keep this to yourself? Wasn't particularly proud of it. I figured that playing the hero isn't really any of my business, even if I promote to a hero. I think some would disagree with that statement. I wonder about that. Still, it's always refreshing to look back on those times. Life was much simpler then. Really think so? It may have been simple for us, but for the common folk? We're either going general or hero. We're not going swordmaster. Swordmaster is a shitty class in this. I mean, Hellblazer with him is fine. It's just, I would prefer a class that does certain things. Like, General's movement is kind of bad, but, like, he may have certain advantages to having it. Because he does have weapon triangle dominance. But Hero seems like his best class to me, but we'll find out. Because I think the problem with Hero is that Hero's caps are lower. So, like, theoretically, if you wanted to do more damage, like, his defense cap is higher as a general. I think that's the main appeal of him there. But I still feel like Hero is his best class. You can bet the Divines that they just had it bad as they have it just as bad as they can do today. But his movement, the movement is the problem. Take those boys I beat up. They were just that, boys. Do you think they wanted all that? Who knows? They might have turned in... Who knows what they might have turned into if life had been more kind towards them? Suppose you've got a point. We got to make do with the hand we've been dealt. That's how I always saw it. But who knows? Maybe this rebellion will bring about change to Amaron. Sure hope so. True. Does he have the ring scroll? He does. So I mean, he is getting good stats, but his speed worries me. It's a little bit limiting. But the rest of his stats are great. Like, his defense and his res are keeping up. So, you know, he's pretty good. Yeah, it's true. Like, that's the thing, right? If he becomes a general, like, if his speed is low enough, general may be the right move for him. Just because, like, you know, whatever. But, like, we'll think about it. Alanora, on the other hand, is, like, her magic is kind of lacking, but all of her other stats are nuts. Got a moment, Alanora? I already told you I'm fine. You don't look fine. Gee, that sure makes me feel a lot better. Thanks, Gideon. You know just what to say. Sorry, it's just you've been acting strange ever since Madeline and Jacob joined us. What do you expect? They're my uncle's puppets, here to keep an eye on me. It's like he's breathing down my neck. I think he sent them with us just to watch over you? Jacob and Madeline come from a vassal house named Thornbay. I already do. Well, I mean, she has the one that boosts magic right now. And lowers skill. So she does have the scroll right now, I think. They've served House Windlace for generations as our retainers. Do you know that what House Thornville specializes in, Gideon? Can't say I do now. They hunt mages. Not something that is talked openly about, but everyone knows the truth. They claim to be our protectors, but in reality they're our wardens. Eleanor, you know I would never let them hurt you, right? You do realize how stupid you sound? Do you think you can stop Lord Wester? House Rose isn't exactly some weak family that bows down to your uncle's wishes. Lord Wester is greatly indebted to my own father for coming to his aid multiple times. Gideon, you're so naive. What do you mean? Your father raised you to be honorable. You believe everyone thinks like you do. You have no idea how ruthless the nobles of Anderon are when it comes to politics. You think Wester cares about his debts? I believe he knows the value of keeping House Rose as an ally. If he kills my friend, that will be difficult for him to maintain. You have a good heart, Gideon. One day it will get you killed. Nah, that can't happen. God damn it. It's fine. I mean, she's getting a lot of strength, which is funny. Yep. The scroll boosts her strength stat, too. Here are my infinite moves! First of all, Walter's wares. Okay, I need to buy the fishing rod and the period shield. Whoa! I'll come back in a minute. Don't you have a tent, Walter? I sleep in my wagon. Isn't that uncomfortable? Not at all. I've decked it out with the latest in wagon technology. Would you like a tour? Maybe some other time. Suit yourself. So how did a merchant like you end up working for House Rose? Your father never told you about me? We used to be the best of friends. I've heard this before. You know, it always seems a little bit off. We go way back, old Sam and I. Trust me, bro. He never mentioned you. Preposterous. After all the amazing adventures we went on in our youth that totally happened? I remember that one time we smuggled spirits out of Castle Rose in my wagon. My father smuggled spirits? I refuse to believe that. Old Samuel was quite a rapscallion. He got into trouble all the time. Like that one time we snuck into the women's bathhouse in Malfrac. I feel like you're making this up. When next you meet your old man, ask him about the purple curtain. The purple curtain? I mean, I don't even want to talk. Let's not. He'll remember. You're an odd man, Walter. By the way, I was able to get a hold of some extra building materials. I'm gonna make some improvements to the wagon for the journey ahead. What kind of improvements? Do lots of things depending on what we need, like making the wagon more sturdy. Can also make the wheels more suitable for rough terrain or simply increase the speed. However, I only have so much time, so I'll only be able to pick one of them. Why don't you help me choose, Gideon? Have a look. Permanent upgrade. Grease the wheels will improve the wagon's movement by 2, which is the one I'm leaning towards. Wagons traverse rough terrain more easily. I don't really like that one that much. Allow allies to take cover behind the wagon, reducing physical damage. Yeah, I think it's movement, right? Movement is the one. Effective damage just makes it so that fire doesn't hurt him. I think it's grease the wheels, right? Because 2 movement is nuts. Especially, yeah. Especially with the objective. So yes, we're doing this. Speed is more important for us. Grease the wheels. Fine choice. Yeah, I can't talk to him. Alright, so Jacob is next. How's life as a Windlace retainer treating you, Jacob? It's alright, I suppose. That answer wasn't exactly overflowing with enthusiasm. I'm grateful for my position. My family is proud to serve House Windlace. However, I was never given a choice. It was just sort of expected of me. House Thornville has served House Windlace for generations, right? Yep, my father and his father before that, for as far as we can remember. If you got to choose, what would you do? I'd lay down my sword and travel the world as a performer. Performer? What kind? When I was young, there was a troupe of dancers who came to our town. It was a festival with lights and music. I'll never forget how they danced. Ever since that day, I've been training in my own time whenever I'm alone. I'm often daydreaming about running away and joining a troupe of my own. What's stopping you? My sister. Madeline would never come with me, even if I asked. She's too loyal to Lord Wester. And it's not like I could leave her alone. She'd never forgive me. So I guess I'm stuck here. So you don't enjoy fighting? I'm very good at what I do, but I take no pleasure in it. I'd much rather use my skills to perform on the stage. You ever told Lord Wester this? The Vines know. Even if I did, I doubt he'd care much. I'm a tool to be used. That's all I'm good for. If you'll find something in life that'll make you happy. It has a tendency of coming to us when we least expect it. What flowery words befitting a rose lord. I'll be fine. Don't worry about little old me. You'll have more important things to do. Good. I mean, he's already good. Like, he's level 9 and he's like this, which is crazy. Who's a good boy? Nay! That's right, you're a good boy. That was a shitty level up, Gideon. You can do better than that. What the fuck? Alright, so now, like, Madeline is an option. Aubrey is also an option. And, yeah, I think it's like Madeline and Aubrey, I guess. We have 2 left, right? Or do we have 1? Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll do Aubrey. We need to get her going anyway. Pretty sure we have a spare tent for you, Aubrey. Is that so, or maybe you want me to share yours? I can get cold out here at night in the woods. Sorry, Ken. That's not what I had in mind, and I don't appreciate the suggestion. Spoken like a happily married man, Lady Penelope must be quite beautiful. She is indeed. You could learn a thing or two from her. Especially when it comes to acting like a proper lady. I could be a lady if I want to. I could be many things. Sure you can, but that's not why I'm here. I need information on the Dust Stalkers. You're in luck. My guild keeps close tabs on their activities. I have a feeling we might face them in battle at some point. Tell me everything you know. Normally I'd charge you, but seeing as you already paid me, I can throw it in for free. The Dustalkers are a secret organization of guerrilla troops trained by the Crown. They act as scouts, spies, and messengers. They're quite skilled in battle, however. As you know, they have been used to great effect in the rebellion, raiding supply lines. In a letter my father wrote me, he said it was like fighting against living shadows. He remarked how easily they were all able to attack from out of nowhere. They have special cloaks enchanted by the Lightbringers that glow in a purple hue. On their bearers' commands, they can use those cloaks to absorb surrounding light. It makes them almost impossible to see. Even in daylight, you may not spot them. With the cloaks, they don't cast shadows. There's a certain irony in the fact that the Lightbringers manipulate shades. Many Lightbringers view the shadows as allies, for they are created when light meets dark. You cannot have one without the other. I never thought about that before. My guild was able to obtain a Dustalker cloak once, but sadly it was useless to us. Why is that? It appears that these cloaks are attuned to each person through magical means. Once it's removed, it just stopped working. These Lightbringers are truly crafty. They don't want their own weapons to be used against them in battle. I bet they wish they'd done the same thing with the Regalia. Indeed, but I believe the first Lightbringers who crafted them never imagined that a rebellion would ever break out. Well, that's very short-sighted of them. They were powerful, but also arrogant, and now they're paying the price. You believe they'll lose this war? You think I would be here working for you if I didn't? Fair point. Oh, we have one more. So we do have another one. So I think Madeline is the choice, right? Because, like, Ragnar we're not using. Callum, I don't really care. Like, Callum can handle himself, even though it's technically the best use of it. I'm not really going to use Garant that much, at least not right now. Like, Drago, I don't have the money for. And, like, I'm not really going to use Rosa. So, like, Madeline could be a decent option because she's a flyer and I need her to move anyway. You and your brother settling in alright with us, Madeline? Oh, damn it, Madeline. I'm trying to get this stupid splinter out. Did your Pegasus step on something? When Nimbus landed earlier, I noticed he was limping. He saw this splinter, and now I have to get it out quickly. However, he won't stand still. It makes it very difficult. I'll help hold him. I wouldn't touch him, Gideon. Nimbus can get aggressive. He doesn't like strangers. I'll take my chances. There, boy. Easy now. It's gonna be alright. Got it. Wow, that was incredible of you, Gideon. Nimbus never lets anyone touch him. I've ridden a horse my whole life. I have a good bond with my steed. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Pegasi don't seem so different. No, that's not true. They're much more erratic and unpredictable than horses. They can read the emotions of humans incredibly well, and they distrust males. Sexist bums. Is that why so many Pegasus Knights are female? I've never seen a male one. Almost exclusively. Sorry, just a sec. They won't bond with men. It has been known to happen, but it's rare. Does that mean in the third game we're going to have a male Pegasus Knight? Just for the hell of it? Like, did Aloria and Aurelian have a son? Or a daughter? Because if they had a son, I'm betting he's going to... Oh, it's a daughter, okay. Sorry, spoilers. Almost exclusively, they won't bond with men. It's known to happen, but it's rare. They don't like their assertive nature. I'm curious, how does one go about becoming a Pegasus Knight? I was brought to the stables as a girl to see if any of them would bond with me. Oh god, they probably do. They pick their riders, you know? It's not like anyone can just go and fly one. Once they bond with a rider, it's for life. If I die, Nimbus will never carry another. What happens to a Pegasus once that happens? They get set free. Some say they fly back to Hornheim, where they originated from. House Windlace must really value its riders. It's a shame that I may soon have to face some of them in battle. Pegasus Knight who rebelled against House Windlace. Aloria, was that it? I met her once or twice, but only in brief. We never spoke, beyond simple greeting. She wasn't the captain of my division, but I still admired her greatly. She was kind, but strong and brave. I can't believe she would turn on us. Why'd she do it, you think? It's not my place to say. What do you mean? They're just rumors. We're at camp. Now is as good a time as any for some gossip. There were whispers at the court that Aloria was Crown Prince Aurelian's secret lover, even before the rebellion broke out. That would explain her actions. Lord Wester would be furious if he heard me talk about it. Don't worry, Madeline, my lips are sealed. Thank you, and I appreciate your help with Nimbus. If he trusts you, that means you have a good heart. I try my best. Bad. Bad level up. Bad. Alright, so that's it for that. So, a couple of things I want to do. Let's sell this devil axe. Buy a devil axe. Buy steel. We bought a fishing rod. Let's go fishing. Would you like to fish some more? Only 250 G's. Let's go, RNG. Give me that goldfish that sells for 10k. That's a 0.1% chance. Nothing. God damn it, scams. Am I gonna empty all my money for this? Yes, I am. Am I stupid? Absolutely. Until I get something. I got something. A steel blade. Okay. That's fine. I mean, I guess it's okay. It's an extra blade. Whatever. I mean, I don't have any money left. And, you know, I could sell more of my wares for that, but I don't really want to. Hello, Callums. This is where the music's coming from. Yes, I play the lute on occasion. It's a bit of a hobby of mine. Now that things have quieted down, I wanted to ask you something. You want to know why I left House Ring? I don't mean to sound ungrateful, I just want to know what happened. It's a long story. We're at camp. This is as good a place as any. Alright, here goes. You remember my older brother, Wilbert? Only got to meet him a few times. Father spoke quite highly of him. I heard he perished in a fire. Yeah, we'll get there in a bit. It all started when he married Laurel, a noblewoman with ties to Styxia. It was an arranged marriage. My brother was not very happy about it. Their relationship was pretty cold, but it did bless them with 2 children. 2 beautiful, lovely children. Liam and Gabriel, I've met them. 2 years later, Wilbert met a woman at a harvest festival in North Haven. She was only a commoner, but she was very beautiful, with long blonde hair. He took her in as a serving maid, and not long after, they became lovers. A year later, they both decided to run away and get married in secret. Oh, yes, I remember now. Father told me, but it was quite the scandal. That is putting it lightly. Lady Laurel was furious. The whole castle was in an uproar. However, things truly got heated when Wilbert returned home with a baby girl in his arms. He named her Haley after her mother, and he wanted to raise her at the castle. What happened to Haley's mother? Dead from the plague, or so I've heard. Huh. He married a Styxian lady, and the plague killed her. That's suspicious. Anyway, as you might imagine, things did not exactly help salvage their marriage. They never divorced, you see, so Wilbert was still the rightful lord of Castle Ring. There was nothing Laurel could really do to prevent him from taking his rightful place. At least that's what everyone thought. Fire, you think she started it? I'm certain of it. You should have seen her, Gideon. She was frothing with jealousy. Laurel put up a good front of loyalty, but I have no doubt it was her. It may have been fear that Haley would be legitimized and her kids miss out too. Female bastard? Sounds unlikely. Can't say for sure, but she does love her sons dearly. There's motive there. All this still does not explain why you had to leave. After the fire, I started asking questions. Later, Lady Laurel was not very fond of that. You see, we only found a crisp body in Wilbert's room, but his bow was missing. You mean the gale shot? Lady Laurel accused me of stealing it and wanted to have me executed. I decided that it was safer for me to get out of the castle ring while I still could. I discarded my noble name William and took on the name Callum. Then I left home. I hid my daughter Yvonne at a farm that belongs to an old friend of mine. I can only pray that she is never found. House Ring hunts me as a fugitive now. It's terrible, Callum. I never knew. You should have said something. I'm sure my father would have done something to help you. It didn't feel right to involve your family in my mess. Speaking of family, what about your wife? Harriet? She was busy serving Thorgrim as a war medic and was under his protection. In fact, she still does. I haven't actually had the chance to speak with her at all. Penelope told me Harriet was furious about something. Now I understand. As I said, a long and tedious story. I hope it did not bore you to death. No, Callum, I appreciate the clarification. The whole situation makes more sense. Sorry for dredging up bad memories. If you don't mind, I'd like to go back to my loot now. Of course. Ragnar the Red, quite the name. I bet there's a good story there. Fell into a bucket of red paint as a child. You serious? No. So what's life like in Hornheim? Cold. I see. Not one for conversation, are you? No. Vikings, ferocious beasts to the north. They're not at all what I imagined. Great conversation, everybody! Hey, Rosa, lead on. Are you rolling dice? Oh, hey, Gideon. I just like to play with them. They help me relax. How's life as a soldier treating you? Can't complain. I got plenty of booze to get me through the trip. Aren't those the same bottles they served at the Dawnridge Inn? Yeah. You had a coin to buy all of them? Found a gold purse by the road. Very lucky, really. Right. Did you want anything? I'd like to know a bit more about you. We're fighting together, after all. Tell me where you're from. Pass. I ain't a big fan of talking about my past. Just a sec. Alright, we back. Very well then, I won't pry. Enjoy your game, Rosa. Alright, let's go talk to the funnest man of all time. Good evening, Garens. Hello. I think now's a good time for you to tell me your story. Why do you wish vengeance upon House Lightbringer? I hail from a small village east of here with a golem in it. Not big enough to be on the map. We thought the rebellion would simply pass us by, so we stayed quiet. A few months ago, the Dust Talkers came down from the mountains. They claimed we were harboring some kind of fugitive they were looking for. When we did not cooperate, they attacked. I alone was able to escape with my life. I returned later to bury the body of my wife and my 2 daughters. Glad to hear. I'm sorry to hear that, Garen. I have children of my own. I cannot even imagine your pain. Crown Prince Aurelian is the one leading the Dust Talkers. He must pay for what he did. So, here's the thing about this, right? So, Aurelian can see the future, and he sent the Dust Talkers to kill Garen's family and kill Garen's, which tells us that Garen has some significance here, and that if he didn't do this, something else worse might have happened. Maybe? But, like, he ended up making the deal. Did he make the deal before or after he was wiped out? I'm assuming it was, like, after, right? Yeah, because otherwise he would have repelled some of them. But, so, like, why did Aurelian do that, then? Because he basically set Garen in motion, which is, like, dangerous. But at the same time, he probably didn't think about it that much because, like, he was focused on winning the war, not on Lightbringer responsibilities, right? I've made a deal so I can take my revenge. Yep. Made a deal. You made a deal? Garen, who did you make a deal with? You wouldn't understand even if I told you. His name starts with ass and ends with us. This man troubles me. Of course he does. He's fucking insane. Now for something lighter. Hey, Drago, is it? I hope everyone's treating you nicely around here. Hey, boss, the folks here are great. Beats being with those spear loafs. Say, how did a Furist like you end up working in Anderon as a sellsword? Long story. It'll take you the whole night to know. I'll take the short version of it. Truth is, I got involved in some shady schemes in the capital. There was an old legend that made me dream big. Some call it a curse. I'm sure that won't matter. I investigated it with some of my pals, and the legend was true. They all died when they were raiding a tomb, but I managed to escape. But the tomb was of an ancient king, so they said I desecrated the grave. Yeah, I wouldn't go in that grave, man. There's a lot of curses in there. So you were exiled for grave robbing? Weren't the riches really worth it? They were from a dead old worm, just collecting dust there. Oh, never mind, it's a different grave. Everything we ransacked got confiscated except one thing. The axe? It's well crafted. What's so special about it? According to the old legend, this king was the most greedy and all timid. Oh, we got it. We got it, right? We got it the first time. He'd hoard all treasure across the lands. His vault was like no other. He was so obsessed with gold that he tinkered with some dark magic. He managed to make it so that all he touched turned into gold. But just as he did that, he turned himself into gold and well died. His name was King Midas, and this was his trusty axe, turned to gold. Quite the legend, I don't necessarily doubt it. Yeah, he turns to gold, that's how he dies. Everyone believes it's just a tale to teach young kids not to be greedy. But I've seen it, it's real, and this axe is imbued with Midas's power. Wait, you're serious? On my dead mom, I swear, every time I kill someone with it, gold spills out. So naturally, I'm a mercenary, so I'll be able to kill as many fools as I can. I feel like I said something I shouldn't have. Just don't do anything stupid. Take his legend as a cautionary tale. You know best, boss. Who the hell have I got myself involved with? You say that about him, but not about this guy? Lady Celeste? Yes, Gideon? Why are you undressing in the middle of camp? I'm going for a swim. I can't do that unless I take my clothes off. But don't you want to go somewhere more private? Why? There's a good spot right there. Aren't you worried someone else might be watching? When you've been sleeping in camp with a bunch of men for months, you stop caring. Everyone's already seen everything. Guess I can't argue with that. You want something from me, Gideon, before I jump into the water, that is? Just wanted to ask you about Father. I know Raynar told me he's healthy. But how's he doing? Otherwise. Lord Samuel's still strong in spirit. If he's doubting, he's not showing it. He's gotten a few extra gray hairs since we started fighting, though. Probably a few more later. I can tell he's worried about us, man. Now that sounds like my father, all right. He sees the Rose Knights as his children. He talks about you often, you know, every night when we're at camp. Really? He goes on often about how disappointed he is in his son. Celeste, stop joking around. Stop delaying my bath. Fine, enjoy your swim, my lady. Oh, I intend to. Divines be damned. What's going on, Quentin? My lantern broke during our ride here. All the oil has spilled out everywhere. You carry a lantern with you? How else am I supposed to read after dark? Now I have to ask Celeste to help again. What's wrong with that? You have any idea what it's like being indebted to that woman? She'll wring you like a dishcloth. Last time I had to carry her tent for a whole day's march. That woman is your lieutenant, Quentin. You should address her with more respect. I'll start showing her respect when she stops acting like a joke. I will be the way Celeste can be a tad eccentrico. Hey! Freeze got me the thing. Alright. I can work on that. I will add that later. I'll admit that Lady Celeste can be a tad eccentric. Freeze got me Gideon's horse's sprite picture. So I just need to remove the background. And then I can put it in. Or I'll just leave the background in to make it more like, funny. She can be a tad eccentric, but she's still your superior. Yes, yes. Oh yes, how everyone loves to remind me of it. Quentin, fetch me this. Quentin, go get that. Everyone loves bossing the new guy around. Soon, someone else will join and you won't be the new guy anymore. La-di-da, I can't wait. Anyway, good luck cleaning up the oil. I hear it's difficult to get it out of your clothes. Smart ass. Yeah, that's everybody, right? I mean, other than, obviously, Raynar. Welcome back, my lord. Have you made up your mind? Take no one, because I'm crazy. I'd rather all three of you stick together. We'll be fun on our own. Sure about this, Lord Gideon? I have faith in my odds. We'll be fine, Raynar. Yep, 30 crit. Gideon gets 30 crit if no allies are within 3 tiles. I think that's everything we need to do, right? Yeah. New weapons, go east through the forest. Yeah. Okay. Yep, new content. New characters. More fun. You can't fish though, so. Yep, I know. Suppose it's time for me to decide our path. We're going east through the forest. Yes. If we want to reach my father quickly, we have to take some calculated risks. We travel east through Angvik's forest. City of Malfrak, capital of Andron. Well, we're gonna do it. Brother. Huh? Oh yeah, it's Ilonda. Little Ilonda. Big brother, you're back. I missed you so much. Isla, I missed you too. Come give me a hug. Oh, you're squeezing the life out of me. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you could even rival Lucian at this point. You're silly, big brother. Princess Ilonda, perhaps we should grant Prince Aurelian the opportunity to rest. Fucking hell, man. Like, he looks a lot older than her. It just makes it weird. It's fine. He must feel tired after his journey. Ilonda, please do as Theodore said. Now don't make me repeat myself. Alright, mother, but only this time. Sorry, Aurelian, I tried to hold her back, but it's alright. After all, what better way to raise the spirits than a sisterly hug? That's right. I guess I can't argue with that. Mother Theodore, would you mind if I spoke with Isla alone for a moment? Of course not. Come along, Theodore. Something wrong, brother? Wait, is that Dawn Caller? Yes, father gave it to me. But that means... No, I won't allow it. You can't go away. Not again. I'm sorry, but I don't have a choice. Out there, many people depend on me. Don't be mad now, please. I promise I'll return soon. Perhaps this will cheer you. What's that? It's a dawn flower. It's said they grow exclusively on the Aurora Ridge. However, that's not all there is to it. This one right here is a special kind. Special. Ow. Keep your voice down, alright? We don't want anyone to hear you. This is a secret between you and me. Secret between brother and sister. How's it special, though? Please tell me. Afraid I can't, otherwise it would lose all its charm. But maybe you'll find out someday. You're acting weird, brother. Promise me to always keep this flower with you. Can you do that for me? Alright, I can do that. It's a good girl. Now stand still. Wow. I'll keep it in my hair until you come back. I won't take it out, I promise. I'm sure you will. Oh, he probably did. He probably foresaw a lot of Anderon Saga stuff. Or he might have foreseen Ilonda things. Maybe he foresaw, like, what was going to happen with her specifically, but he didn't see the context around it. Run along now. Don't keep Theodore waiting. Alright, love you, big brother. Love you too, So you really are going to continue fighting? I'm sorry, but I have no choice. Someone has to correct Father's mistakes. I told you before, you do not have to be the one to do it. Let Lucian or someone else take charge if need be. That look in your eyes, I knew I never should have let you go. I'm afraid, Mother. Afraid that I'll lose everything I love. But I can't allow that to stop me. Please don't make this mistake a second time. Stay here for Isla's sake. We will see each other again, once I have won this war. We will be a family again. I won't let you down this time. I swear upon it with my life. Tell the others I'm sorry I couldn't spend more time with them. Farewell, Mother, and thank you for everything you've done for me. Well, that's a goodbye, Undying. Farewell, my son, and she knows too. May the divines be on your side. 3B, Angvik Stampede. Last time we went up, this time we're going east. Deep within Angvik's forest. The scroll is in that cemetery, by the way. I'm finished, thank you for waiting. You were in that building for a while. What were you doing, my love? It was once a Lightbringer altar. I decided to restore it. I could hear you casting spells. It was in a much worse state than I had anticipated. It's probably been years since anyone tended to it. Never heard of these altars. Do they differ from shrines? 1,000 years ago, our ancestors built hundreds of them all over Anderon. While smaller and much less powerful, they do hold some small magic of their own. They are a failsafe that exists to support the shrine should they fall to darkness. However, as House Lightbringer fell into decadence, we neglected those altars. When I become king, my first order will be to rebuild and restore every last one of them. We've forsaken our legacy for too long. I hate to rush you, but this place will soon become a battlefield. We should probably embark one. I'll leave behind a squad or two of Pegasus Knights to aid our allies. Let's fly out of here quickly before night falls. Yep, that's interesting. Blast, it's getting dark. I was hoping we'd be out of the forest before nightfall. Anvik's forest is huge. Crossing it in a single day was never going to happen. At least we've seen no sign of hostile forces, and the centaurs have also left us alone. That might be about to change. Looks something's coming our way. Hello? That's a lone female centaur. Why is she just standing there? Want me to take care of her? No, it's best not to provoke her tribe. Let's try the diplomatic option first. I'll keep my sword ready. Alright, that's close enough. At ease, Helios. I don't think she means us any harm. The Toshbal Varrock Planeswalkers, Angvik's blessing upon you. I am High Priestess Nalani of the Wind Rider tribe. Well met, Nalani. Can I surmise from your greeting that you come to us in peace? No, I come to deliver a warning. You're about to be ambushed. What? We merely seek to pass by. We mean no harm to your tribe. They care not, for they have orders from the Cloaked Ones to kill you. Cloaked Ones? Do you mean... She means the Dust Talkers. Yes, that is what they call themselves. Why are you coming here to warn us? Does this not endanger your tribe? I wish to fight alongside you. You want to fight your own people? As a mystic, I can speak with the wind and learn Angvik's wisdom through it. For long I have tried to warn my tribe that Angvik is greatly angered with us. He dislikes our alliance with the Cloaked Ones and wants us to end it. For merely speaking this simple truth to my tribe, I was exiled and shamed. Now I wish to bring Angvik's wrath back on them for ignoring his will. Now we know this isn't some trick to get us to lower our guard. That's a human tactic, Two Legs. My kind do not resort to trickery. Are we supposed to just take up your word for that? I think she's telling the truth, Helios. You said we're about to be ambushed. Where's the enemy right now? Look around, you humans. They're already here. Damn it, they're all around us. Everyone, we're under attack. Protect the caravan. I'm afraid I have more bad news. A huge warband is on its way. The entire tribe is riding here to answer a special challenge. Once they get here, they will trample anyone in their path. If we can reach the other side of the valley before sunrise, we might stand a chance. Follow me. There are many traps on your way. I will attempt to guide you through them. About a minute. I know we're in a hurry, but I'll be quick. What is it, Drago? Back when I joined you folks, the service was on the house. But from now on, I'll be asking you for a small sum if you want me. I know my worth, so if you want to help me, please pay the coin. Seems reasonable enough. You are a mercenary, after all. Yeah, we have to win in 15 turns. And there's other issues that occur as well. Like, the Ashburn family shows up on turn 6, I think, and starts chasing you. And they have the Ash Cleaver. And there's light traps throughout the area, where if you stand on them with the wrong person, they will immobilize you for a turn. And if you attack the wrong people, Pegasus Knight's reinforcements will spawn and ambush you. I believe that's most of the things that happen. Of course! And it's on Lunatic, so you can fun it. You can organize my stuff, and when we're ready for action, I'll name the price. Thank you for the information, bro. Alright. So, let's look at what we've got here. So, Nalani is a mystic with magic, staves, and animal. She has a special ability. An adjutant allied gain +4 speed when they fight during combat when they're beside her, which is very good. Her stats are also very, very good. She has a Zombato, Amanda, Barrier Staff too, and an Elwood. Look at this centaur. So, here are the requirements for this chapter. We're not going to do it today because we're out of time, but we have to finish in under 15 turns. The Ancestor Scroll, in order to get the Ancestor Scroll, we have to visit this church to get the Ancestor Scroll. And then, what else? We need to visit the tent with Callum to get Yvonne. So we need to visit the tent over here with Callum, and we will get Yvonne, and we have to get her to level 10 in this chapter. That is also a requirement we're setting up for her to get promoted by the beginning of next chapter. Which I know makes stuff harder, whatever. And then if we visit the cave near the boss to get treasure, it sells for 7,000 on the top right. Which is, I believe it's this cave. Yeah, I agree. And then if you beat Gustav or his sons here, the Ashburn kids, after turn 6, they won't show up later on in Chapter 7 because they'll be done. There is also a special event where you can kill and get the Ashburn here with Nalani, and if you visit a cave, if you visit this cave with Nalani after you kill her, then you get the bread scroll, which is like a secret meme scroll that gives 77 to a bunch of stats. But you'd have to be able to kill Gustav to do it, which is a lot. It's like a fucking joke objective because you would have to basically set up to kill him. We might be able to do it, but I don't. Seriously. And then the tent in the bottom right, you can get a skill, a random skill or a random thing. So tent in the bottom right is right there. So if we do it, we have a couple of options. It depends on the character you visit with. I think the ones that I had chosen to do were either if Nalani can get a good skill, Yvonne can get a skill, and Walter gets a warp staff if he goes there. You need to ignore the Dust Talkers as long as possible, because if you don't, then, yeah, Yvonne is probably who we're going with. If you attack any of the Dust Talker units, you will trigger reinforcements. The Pegasus Knights that Aloria talked about. So, we kind of need to go the bottom route and kill a bunch of Centaurs. And ignore any Dust Talkers if we can for as long as possible. That's what we should do anyway. Thieves can defuse light traps, and if you defeat Alan the Monk, who is the boss, who is, I think, around here, then Alan will join you. I believe that's all of them, right? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Oh, so Alan's there. Okay, so kill 4 boss centaur. I'm gonna add that. Kill 4 boss centaurs for Gideon skill. I mean, I don't really know where they are though, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. Okay. Oh yeah, there he is. He's got a Brave Axe too. I kind of want to give Axebreaker to Helios right now, so that he can wander through and murder these guys by himself. You know? Like, this feels like the right call, right? Because, like, if Helios has Axebreaker, he can wander into these guys with a sword, and they can't even touch him. So, that's what I think we should be doing. And then we can have Helios handle the top ones. We also have to not even look at these guys. Like, don't even do anything. Oh, thank you. Alright, let's just do that now while we remember. Yeah, because I don't want to forget this. Yeah, so he has 40% growth, but his health is bad. Anyway, supply, take, Axebreaker. Okay, now he has Axebreaker. So any axes he encounters, he's perfectly fine getting, like, he will gain 20 hit and 20 avoid. And his avoid is already 39, so it goes up to, like, 59. Which is, you know, fine. You know? Like, this guy's got 110 hit, so, like, it's harder to hit. Now, before we stop, another thing we want to think about Do we want to use any of the skills like discipline or natural cover? Because, like, you know, I don't really think so. Like, discipline... Yeah, natural cover would be like, I don't know. I mean, you could give it to, like, Aubrey. Yeah, we're giving it to Randall. If I gave it to Aubrey, she'd just be unhittable. But, you know. I was trying to see if there was going to be, like, a hunter bow or something that I could grab. Whoops. Okay, so now Madeline is immune to bows and wind magic, so she can just kind of hang out for a while. I don't know what you're talking about. A mistake, you said. Yeah, I know, I was thinking about that too. Let's put it there for now. I don't know. I don't have a move right now for that. I mean, I could put it on Garam, actually. It would turn him into, like, a moderately accurate guy, because his accuracy is horrible. So, like, I could use him and the Demon Spear this chapter to kind of give me something. He has a longbow, which is problematic. I don't remember. Sure, what do we do? Oh, I don't want to get the atrocity. But okay, we'll do it. We'll do it so we can do it, and then... Now, it's gonna take 2 turns to get there. Alright. Oh, I can use vision to kind of see where everybody is. Just this time. Oh, there's another boss here. Renewal! Wow, I want that. Let's do it quickly. Yeah, I'm just gonna, like, end the turn. Well, Gareb died. Sorry. Just a sec. No, you're not allowed to see that. Atrocity time! That's close enough. Not another step. I'll gladly put an arrow in you if I must. Don't seem like one of the dust talkers. Leave this place now and I won't hurt you. Hey, buddy, did you not hear me? I said leave. A deaf one, are you? I think you have the guts to do it? Haley, I'm scared. Can't blame anyone but yourself for this one, dastard. Take this. Ack. Haley, what happened? An arrow wound? But how? I don't... Please don't hurt me. Rid of the atrocity. You disgust me. And his demon spear leveled up. Yeah, so we're not fucking doing that. Hell no. Okay, but that's it. That's it for now. Just a sec. Helios is so damn heavy. I can just go up too. Alright, so that's it for now. I'm going to come back and play Orange Juice, and we will continue this next Thursday. Alright, be right back. Just setting up. I know, right? And I'm going to be frustrated maybe. Alright, be right back.